Hello everyone, welcome to another video from Robojax. In this video we are going to see how to fix the transmitter of Dji Phantomm 3 Professional. This is the controller or transmitter. As you can see, it has been fallen and the antennas are broken. So let's see how can we fix it and attach these back. So this is not broken. This has just got out and it needs this one to be soldered back. So that's one piece. But this is definitely broken. So we will see what we can do about it. So the first thing first, unscrew this one. Remove that piece first. So this is removed now. I'm using the number 4 hex Allen key, hex key. And this one was just Phillips screwdriver. So remove this piece and remove this piece because we have a screw here. And so, and then open the screw here and here. Do this. I start from the top. Start from the top and open it down. Okay, so at this stage, this is a very tricky part. So remove that. This is a cable that's holding. Let me close up. Okay, so as you can see, this is a cable that is connected to this part. So let's disconnect the power cable from here. On this side, you need to push this piece down and then pull this out, and the cable is now out of there. Piece of antenna, it seems this is broken but the cable is intact, so this can transmit. But this part, this cable is now ripped off. So I have to do two things. Solder this back into this. Okay, and this can just go here and stays. So snaps. So meaning we don't have an issue with snapping that piece. So we have two pieces of antenna. One goes here, the other goes for the other one. You see this silver? The silver ring is missing. I have to ask to find that and then put it here. Because without that ring, this cannot be attached. Now, to fix this part, I need to make sure that I can remove this and put the glue there. So let's open this piece. As you can see, this has passed through here, so I will just I have to make sure that the antenna can be bended upward, so that's correct, because up is here. So if up is here, the antenna can be bent. That's very, very right. So I will put the glue there, and then once I apply the glue, I should make sure that I do not touch this, because it needs a few minutes to cure. For this side, this is the piece. Okay, so let me remove this controller, the knob on this side. If you look at this hole that we have, so this piece, what we have is here we have a small, and then we have a big triangle at this side. So I assume that the big goes on this side. So let me insert it and try to fit it as much as I can, as much as I could. Yes, so perfect, that piece goes exactly there. Okay, and then it should be glued so it can stay there. But the problem is that the antenna is bended this side. So let's see what is going on with the antenna. Oh, it can be rotated now. That is good. This cable has the inner part and then the outer shell, which has these pieces of grid that covers around the cable. This should be soldered here. I can do it with my knife. So I have some tip of the cable, but not much. So let's burn the plastic. Okay, we have enough tip of the wires to solder, so I'm dipping it again into the flux and then applying some solder to see if okay. I have to make sure that none of those small wires touch this center wire. So make sure that I'm pushing them back, as you can see. So this should be very clean. And then use some flax and some solder. Let me apply some solder here. Yeah. Now This is soldered now. The problem is that if I move this, this will push those wires. Okay, I will strip those wires, 100% make sure that those wires do not touch. This is very sharp. Make sure that no pieces stay here. I'm using my multimeter with continuity tester. Now with continuity tester, so if I put this, it makes noise. So let me put it at the outside of the cable. Okay, let me check this, make sure that so if I put this at the outside of the cable and touch here, you see it makes noise, so that's connected. Now put this here and then check it with the interior, so no noise. Here it makes noise, here it doesn't. So now that interior is connected here. So the other way to test when I cover that will be to connect it at the middle. Now I'm touching it barely with a tip here at the middle one, very carefully. So now everything looks good. I will bring the heat shrink here. The heat shrink was applied. That's good. This piece, attach it to the remote control first and then insert this. But because this is broken, you see, this is broken, I don't trust this much. Because this piece is not touching, the only portion of this piece that is touching the body is this portion. Okay, so what it means is that I could simply put this here and then glue it if it holds, and glue it from the top. The top ring must be inserted here so it should look nice. So first I have to apply glue in between these two, so this holds a little. Let's apply here. Some amount there, and then use a piece of plastic or something to transfer that. Okay, so I'm just opening this with my hand up, get something, because this glue is very, very strong. As soon as it touches, okay, so this piece is now attached. So now, now I have to put some here. I'm holding it with my hand. So this is now glued. Add some glue. It's hard to hold, I don't want to touch. I think that's enough. Okay, so now this is inserted fully. And then now we can put this here and glue it. So the chances that the surface of this, because with the crazy glue or with the super glue that I have, this is a super glue, okay, the super glue needs surface. This glue is not to fill up anything. Let me remove this. I will apply some glue here and make sure I apply the glue here at this surface and at this surface, and then push this down so this stays there. This is so easy, I don't even have to push the super glue. I already have enough. I'm not dripping. If you drip anything, this mechanism will be locked forever, so the sticks will not function in the future. So, as you can see, it's just at the exact location. Okay, so now that was touching the bottom, so let me put some glue here more in case if it's not touching. So put a little here around this ring. As soon as I put a drop, it goes around it. Okay, you can see. So I'm guiding the glue with this plastic. As you can see here, the glue even came here. So this needs like about 1 minute or so. The cable that is coming for that antenna is connected to this one, close to the number 4. So I just put this and push it with my, okay, so this screw is blocking my way. I will remove it. So I'm putting all the screws from the same controller on one side. Now I'm removing this, as you can see here. So that is a controller. So this was antenna cable that was going through this. So this is connected here. Okay, so now I remove that. I'm hoping that I can pass it through the other controller that we have here. Just pass it from here to pull it out. Now I can pull it out fully. So This is the antenna. I have to do the same thing. Okay, but this is now fully functional, so no issue. So what I would do is the middle piece, where I just pull it, the antenna will go out. How to simply push this together and then pull the antenna. So the antenna is out. Wow, this was broken into multiple pieces. My God, if I can make that, if I can put that back. As one piece. So let me okay, these are all the pieces for this. So I don't think I can put all these together. I don't know if I can. Because there have been multiple pieces. They have been shattered, broken very, very badly. So what I would do is I will insert this and put different type of glue. So I have a glue here that you just mix up two pieces. You just cut a piece here. It has two types, at the middle and outside. And then mix it up and then apply. So this is the glue JB Weld. So this is high heat, but it's okay, it works everywhere, doesn't matter. So let's get that. I have to get a piece equal, so because if I cut it, this will have the same amount. So that's good. I removed that piece like 6-7 months ago. I used it for something else. Still, this is good as long as you cover the middle piece and put it back in a container. This will be good for the next use. This is a good thing. So what you do is remove the plastic from outer shell, which I just cut. Okay, and then I got a piece of glove here. Let me see if I can do it. So this should be just mixed up. Okay, so we have a good mixture now. So make sure that the bottom is the front, so this should be bended towards the front. So I'm holding it that way, passing the cable and then putting this here. Move this controller so it makes my life easy. Okay, so the first thing first, let's apply some glue here. I don't want this one to rotate because this is very, very broken. So let's have some glue. And then have some glue on the silver ring. So I'm gonna put some here. Hopefully the glue will get in, and some here. Okay, this is already locked. Controller, passing the cable, and I need to put some of this, I need to put some compound in here, and then press this, and then I put some from the bottom. So this is not sticking to your finger because it can be cleaned very easily, it seems. Okay, so you see, like this. As long as this doesn't get out, that will be also fine. As long as it looks clean. I'm hoping that when I insert the controller, I will clean this up. When I insert the antenna, so it fills any empty space that we have here. So now I'm just inserting this. Okay, so fully inserted. Now as you can see, the glue is out. That's good. I can glue more here so it can stick to the other piece. So I'm filling up any empty spot that we see. Wet paper towel, you can just start cleaning this. Make sure that stains go. Same thing from this silver ring. You see here we have some spot. If you rub it multiple times, it will be cleaned. I have extra adhesive left, so the cement, let me apply some here. Some gap here that we have. And that's enough. I washed my hand with water, so my fingers were clean, so no issue. Until this piece dries out, so I can pass my cable through the same spot that it was, so that so from here this goes directly back to the underneath this area, which is plug for an antenna. This piece is one antenna, this is to the one that was coming here, was going at this connection. Okay, so that was coming from the top, not from the bottom, and the other piece will go here. Let me put this stick back. So first plug in the cable the way it was. And then, okay, so for the stick, after inserting the cable, these two pieces should be inserted first, the bottom. So insert the bottom here because it needs to go underneath of this piece on the connector for the antenna. Once you put these, align these two pieces, this cable is just creating some resistance. Just push, it goes. So now it's already set. I need to put the 4 screws. Okay, while I was working, these two cables, number 4 and here is number 2, they were removed, so we should not forget to connect them. So I should not forget. So let me connect number 4. And here number 2, this piece is very hard. So as soon as you enter it up to this line, it seems you will be good. But number 4 has not been inserted fully, that line. So you see the line disappeared. Same thing, this line. Same thing for number 2. This line must disappear, go up to this line, we have to insert it. That's good. As you can see here, number 1 and number 3 is there. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So that is connected, but we have one important cable here, which is this cable for the antenna above. One long screw for here. This is for this controller, but we have now a problem. The problem is that these 2 screw bases have been broken. So every time you push it from outside, this will go down. This glue I put some of this cement underneath, pull this up, it gives me enough room, put some amount and then push this, because once this is dried, once it's cured, then this cannot move. In the meantime, if I screw it now, the screw will stay there and will stick with this solution that I have now. So now I have an issue because this is can rotate to different parts. I have to remove this this piece from here so the antenna can be inserted properly, because the broken plastic that I put here doesn't have room for this piece to go in order for the antenna to stay this way. So what I would do is, I have 2 options, either create some room or remove this, which I'm gonna remove. Because if the antenna can be rotated multiple times, what happens is this cable will break down. So we should prevent the antenna from rotating. So what I do is I will remove this and I will put so it's done now. So almost done. Of this tool, so it worked perfect to remove that. So I will insert this, but then I will also make sure that I can put some crazy glue to stabilize the antenna so it can never rotate, because if it rotates the cable will break. That's it. So make sure that I put it in the right direction. That's it. Now this can be done, but it cannot rotate. Now I have inserted that piece. Antenna is not secured, now secured. So this cable, I can put it here and pass it through here to this part. So I can put this first and then so what I will do is I will push the antenna. Yes, it just snapped, and then we are good, everything is connected. The only piece that remains is this one, which I'm going to show you next. Cable, and then we have a connector here. So first let's put the connector, this connector from the top piece. Okay, so that is the connector, the power connector. Insert the connector first here. After that we pass that cable, this cable, through this hole out. So the cable is out now, that's not a problem. So what you do is you bend this part up, so this should be like that. So first the top and then the bottom. As you can see, the top is now inserted fully. So I just inserted, and then the bottom is also good. So these 4 hex will go here with a key. So I'm going to use this Allen key or hex key, and these the 4 black screw will go 1, 2, 3 and 4. So first let's put the black screw. Remember here I put cement or that curing thing because it's wet and fresh. So I'm gonna tighten it now. There's nothing, no tightening is needed. I'm just putting it in hope of this will stick to that glue. So no more touching. These two, however, they are good. They're not broken. The right side. Okay, so now we have another issue here. Make sure that this does not escape back. So I have to do 2 things. Make sure that I'm holding this from the bottom so it doesn't escape. I have to make sure that this cable is not damaged, so that this white line that you see, if we insert it up to here, it will be fine. So that line will help us understand this. Insert it properly. So I'm trying to pull this up so I have some room. Now we can apply some push here. Yes, you can see it's being pushed. That's good. So the cable inserted fully, so there is no problem with that one. So the last part is put this casing. Now we need to put this case back. Make sure it fits. Okay, from this piece that I know that this should belong to this side. Okay, and the same thing, this piece, this extra bump, helping me to understand that this goes here. Put this back, screw it. And I should not forget to put these two holes cover, so it looks nice. That was the repair of the Dji Phantomm 3 Professional transmitter. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe.